so today we're doing bearings. This can be very difficult work. You must make sure you practice these basic things before the questions get really hard. Okay, so let's have a look. A bearing is a 3-digit angle. So if the angle turns out to be only 1 or 2 digits, you need to put zeros in the front to make it 3 digits. The angle is measured from north and it's measured in a clockwise direction. Okay, all those things are very important to it. All right, so the other thing that's important is whatever is written after the word from must be in the middle of the compass rose. Now, I will continually refer to it as a compass, but the technical name is compass rose. I will often be leaving that word out. But the compass rose is north, south, east, west. Okay? All right, now, compass bearings are a little bit different. So this is bearings, this is compass bearings. So the compass bearings are your main 4 directions, north, south, east and west. It's also these ones which I'm sure you know, but we'll go through it again anyway. It's northeast, which is halfway between north and east. It's southeast, which is halfway between south and east. Northwest, halfway between north and west. And southwest, halfway between south and west. You'll notice with all of these, they do start by using north or south first. All right, we would never call that east-north. Okay, and they are right in the middle. So this is a right angle, but if it's split equally, these 2 angles will be 45 degrees each. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, we split it even further. So just get a different colour. This diagram needs to be big. Get a different colour. We're going to go halfway between these now, and then it will go straight through here, like that. Now, we've created another one that's also equally split between north and northeast, and that's exactly what it's called. It's called north-northeast. All right, this one down here, halfway between these 2, you always start with the major direction, which has just got 1 letter, which is south. All right, we start with north up here, start with south here, and then we write the southwest. Okay, let's do the other ones. So if we split this one up, halfway, start with your one with 1 letter, which is north, and then write your northwest on the end. This one here, we're between these 2, we start with our south, and then write southeast on, so that's south, southeast. This one will be between these 2. We're going to start with the east this time because that's the single letter. So it's east, northeast, east, northeast. And this one, start with a single letter, the W, and then write the southwest. And we've got 2 more to go. Right, this one here is between east and southeast. We write the 1 letter first, then we write the southeast. And this one, halfway between these 2, write your 1 single letter first, and then write your northwest. So you do need to be familiar with all of those. All right, so in here, when we split this 45-degree angle here into 2 equal parts, they will be 22.5 degrees each. Okay, so they can ask you any questions on what angle is between directions. You'll see those as we go through more questions. All right, now we're going on to some examples here. So in this one, we're writing the bearing of each point from O. So you'll notice that word from that I was talking about before. So they want the O to be in the middle of the compass. It's already been drawn in the middle of the compass for these questions, but it's going to be very important later when you start having to draw your own diagrams. Okay, so in this one here, we're starting from north, go clockwise till you hit your line with your red pen, and that's the angle we're going to give as our bearing. So how do we get there? Well, the easiest way for this one would be to go all the way around to 270, right, because each of these are right angles. So we've got 90, 180, go all the way around to west, which would be 270, And then we're going to come backwards 27 degrees. So if I work this out, what do I get? Mental block at the moment, 243 degrees. Okay, so look what happened. We start from here, we go all the way around to 270, and we're not going to continue going clockwise, we're going to go back a bit to hit this line. So when you start going backwards, that's a subtraction. Okay, so that's when you're taking away that angle. Just check it's a 3-digit angle. This one is, so we're fine. All right, the next one. Get your red pen, start from north, go clockwise till you hit the line. Now, what angle have we gone through? Well, we went through 90 degrees to point to east, and then we kept going clockwise on this one, so we're going to be adding 25 degrees. If you add those up, you get 115 degrees, and that's a 3-digit angle, so that's fine. All right, let's look at the next one. So we get our red pen, go from north clockwise till you hit the line. What angle have we gone through? Well, we've started at north and gone 90, 180, 270, and we continued to go clockwise. So we're continuing in the same direction, so we're adding that angle of 42 degrees, and your answer will be 312 degrees, which is a 3-digit angle. All right, number 2, it says, what's the bearing of each point from, oops, I'm not crossing that out, I'm underlining it, from O. Okay, O is got to be in the middle of the compass, and it is, so that's fine. I'll just write that down just to remind you. All right, so let's have a look. We're looking at the bearing of E. Now, E doesn't look like it's actually a point on this. It is the easterly direction. Okay, but that is still a letter, so that's what they want you to do. So let's go from north clockwise till we hit the E line, and you know that's 90 degrees. Now, I've left a little gap here because this must be a 3-digit angle, and we've only got 2 digits. So we're going to put a 0 in front to make that 3 digits. All right, let's look at where the Q is. So this is the second one. I'll just use a different colour pen here. Go north clockwise till you hit the line that hits Q. And what angle have I gone through there? I've gone through 90, and I've gone a bit further, but I don't know what that angle is, do I? So what I can do is I'll go all the way around to 180 and backtrack and subtract that angle. So I'm going to go all the way around to 180 and then go backwards, so subtract the 55, and that means we're going to end up with 125 degrees. That's got 3 digits, so we're fine. All right, now number 3. This question is asking for a compass direction or a compass bearing. So that's the ones we did over here, okay? These ones, they're your compass bearings or your compass directions. So see the 45 degrees? You should know what's happening. So let's write on the rest of the compass rows the major 4 directions because they've only given you north, which they often do in a lot of things these days. You might go and have a look at an apartment or something and they'll give you the floor plan and you go, well, I like to have lots of sun and I want to face north. And they will actually have a little compass on the floor plan and it'll show you where north is. It won't show you any of the other directions. Okay, so there's north. We're going to put on south, east and west with our red pen. Now, this one here, the direction shown by B, it's halfway between south and west, so our answer is southwest. Remember, you have to give the south direction first. North or south has to be written first. Okay, number 4, sketch each bearing. So this time we're sketching on a compass rose. You know what that is now, so don't go and tell me you don't know what you're doing. All right, so there's a compass rose. Let's put the directions on. North, south, east, west. All right, so we're going to do 220 degrees. Let's start at north. We're going clockwise through 220 degrees. 90, 180, it's a bit further, isn't it? It's going to be in here somewhere. Draw it out. That's 220 degrees. So the main thing that we're looking for here is that you end up in the right quarter of the diagram. Right, so it's gone past 180, but it hasn't gone as far as 270, so you must be in this section. Okay, let's do the last one here. There's the compass rose. Now we're going to start at north and go clockwise through 350 degrees. So we go 90, 180, 270. We're nearly all the way around, aren't we, with 350? And all of that would be 350 because we've nearly gone the whole revolution of 360. We didn't quite get there. And that's how you do it. So I'm going to come back in the next video and we're going to do a few more questions on this work.